Hello everyone, welcome to this Sony webinar where we'll be taking you through our latest large display solutions for 2026. I'm Chris Mullins, the Head of Product Marketing for Sony Professional Displays Europe, and I'll be joined here by Adrian Bond, who looks after our Pro BRAVIAs and home projectors, and also Satbir, who looks after our crystal LED. In terms of our agenda for today, we'll be taking you through our portfolio and vision, and then followed by the new product introductions for BRAVIA and CLED, and then a short wrap up as well. We will be taking questions throughout the presentation, so if you want to write something in the chat, let us know. We'll respond directly in the chat this time, so no Q&A at the end of the webinar. And it will be recorded, it will be shared, so no need to take copious notes, I would say, throughout. So we're hoping to get it all done in around 40 minutes. And then, back with your day. So we're going to start off with a short video just to tell you what Sony's all about.
What is Kando? It is the feeling of being alive. It is the energy that empowers others. It is something shared around the world, bringing people together. When Kando unites us, it connects us to the future. It becomes the power to create more Kando and the driving force that moves the world. That's why we've always strived to deliver Kando. And now, by unleashing creativity and enhancing technology, we aim to create more Kando. Creative entertainment. It's where our identity lies. By providing the finest tools and ideal environments, we craft heart-moving entertainment alongside creators. By creating spaces and frameworks for people to connect and share, we spread Kando in this very moment. As we look ahead, we'll continue to evolve creation, transcending boundaries to deliver all kinds of Kando, to a world where everyone can live a life filled with emotion, anytime and anywhere. Sony's purpose: fill the world with emotion through the power of creativity and technology.
Okay, so at PDNS, our vision and purpose is to really enhance engagement, connection, and communication through best-in-class technologies to create unique user experiences. And we do that by looking to grow sustainably with you guys and also be the partner of choice. And we can do that through our really wide array of AV solutions we have. We have Pro BRAVIA, our crystal LED, our 3D spatial reality displays, projectors, cameras, microphones, and live production equipment. So we really are a one-stop shop for you guys and your customers to get those best-in-class AV solutions. And we do that with our core technologies. We have class-leading image processing, as you'd expect, with our X1 XR processors. We have class-leading camera sensing. We also have light sources and deep black non-glare technologies as well. We also offer flexibility with a range of brightnesses, inch sizes as well, so you can really pick and choose which ones you need. And we have enhanced offerings as well. AI solutions such as our PTZ auto tracking, for example. We have monitoring systems like RDM, Remote Device Manager, for our BRAVIAs. And we have a really stable and comprehensive API, which enables us to integrate with those kind of software platforms, software partners that you guys need the devices to interact with. And this is all wrapped up with our Prime support, which is 3 years as standard for all of our professional products, and you can extend that to 5 years. And this is all underpinned by our Road to Zero, our sustainability strategy, where we're striving to have zero environmental impact by 2050. And just to look at this in a bit more detail, in terms of one of the core goals we're looking to reduce is our greenhouse gas emissions are targeted to be net zero for scope 1, 2, and 3 by 2040. So this is a really key target. We've advanced that 10 years recently, and then we have the other 3 perspectives as well that we're looking to challenge to have zero environmental impact for. And Sony is recognized by basically the industry. All the key organizations from the ESG world really rate Sony as a leader when it comes to sustainability in general, whether it's climate best practices, whether it's supplier engagement. And one thing we're really proud of most recently is that we've again been awarded or been honored as one of the world's most ethical companies. So this is the 8th time we've been recognized for this. Super proud. It's all about our way of working. It's really what we look to be with our business kind of relationships as well, is as ethical as possible. And also we're looking to be more transparent as well on the sustainability front. We started producing our product carbon footprints for our BZL series now. So if you have certain sustainability reporting you need to do, maybe with the CSRD, you can come to us, get the full carbon footprint, and you can really see about where we're making huge strides in lowering that impact over time as well. And it's not just all about the products, it's also about what we offer around that as well. If you guys have EU-wide or global opportunities, we can really offer you a solution that matches that. We have really consistent offerings across Europe and also globally, whether that's consistent pricing and product offerings, whether that's having the right global partners to make sure the solution is also consistent. Our sustainability isn't just about what we do in Europe, it's Sony Group. We do it across all of our sister companies and PD&S. So this is also a global offering. And then service and support, obviously. You want to be able to maintain those in all those different regions as well. We also have a really handy website where you can go and check which countries, which products we offer in those countries, so that you can make sure that we can really support you as best as possible. So check that out when you have time as well. Also on the solution ecosystem side, we have more than 100 tech partners across the globe. And this really enables you to be as flexible with your installation as possible. In Europe, we actually have 45 certified CMS partners, so content management systems. We don't only just take their word that they support BRAVIA, we actively test that on our BRAVIA with our engineers, make sure it works as best as possible for you guys so you can have peace of mind in your installations. And also, hopefully you guys had the opportunity to go to Barcelona early February for ISE 2026. It was a great event. We had a fantastic booth, as you can see behind me. Also, we launched 3 new solutions as well. We had the Pro BRAVIA BZP series, which we're going to talk about much more today, the S series Crystal LED, and also the Ameria Star Kit for our spatial reality display, which was a plug and play content management system and gesture control for a 3D display. Really cool stuff. And it's not just us that thought it was pretty cool. We won lots of awards at ISE as well. Our BZP series did great. We had the BZ40P won Best in Show for the installation category. We had the BZP series overall won a sustainability innovation, and you'll hear from Adrian about how we're really taking strides with BRAVIA in that aspect. And then on the innovation and technology side, Ameria Star Kit won a couple of awards as well. So it's a great show. Yeah, it's a great opportunity. And where do those products fit in our lineup? If we look on the left-hand side here with professional displays, we have a complete refresh of our core three lineups here. So the BZ30P, 35P and the 40P replace our BZL series. We will be keeping some carry models. We're keeping the EZ20L lineup, and we're keeping the 98 inches and the 32 inch from the L series into 2026 as well. But the core lineups have now been completely refreshed, and Adrian will take you through that. And also on the LED side, we've now introduced the S series, which comes in under our flagship CHBH, and will be more of a mainstream model for corporate installation. So it's really the perfect extension from BZP series. When you go beyond that 98 inch, you've now got the S series to really complete your offering for your corporate opportunities. And yeah, when we're talking about our solutions, what are the things we really focus on? There's kind of 5 key areas that we focus on in terms of our products. First one is the comprehensive lineup. As I just mentioned, we now have a complete unified kind of solution from 32 inch up to 98 inch with BRAVIA. Then we have the 108 inch plus for S series, and then also BHCH beyond that as well. In terms of picture quality, it's not just about image quality. You'll hear about this with the guys in a minute. It's also about visibility and viewing angle. So it's about in challenging environments where it's bright, like this particular environment, can you still see the image? Can you still see the right color? This is really important and a real benefit of choosing a Sony display. Sustainability, we've talked about it a lot. Product carbon footprints, having more recycled materials, having the best-in-class power consumption. This is what we're really striving for across our portfolio. With usability, they're all designed for professional use, so that's whether it comes with Pro mode, the right settings, but also it's certified with compatibility as well. And reliability, class-leading product life, expert pre-sales team, and also after-sales support. So these 5 things are what we really focus on when we're designing and building and offering you our products. So let's now start to understand what we're doing with BRAVIA, and I'll hand over now to Adrian Bond to take you through all the details there.
Hi everyone, I'm Adrian, the Product Marketing Manager for BRAVIA Professional Displays, and today I have the pleasure of introducing to you the new P-Series BRAVIA Professional Displays lineup. So we're very excited to announce this lineup here. This is the latest and greatest that we have from BRAVIA, and we can step through some of the key features for the new lineup and what that's going to bring for your businesses. So the key features can be summed up into these 3 sort of segments here. Number 1 is we're going to be delivering high visibility, fantastic pitch quality in all kinds of environments, thanks to the key features we have, the technologies with our deep black non-glare coating and our new processing. Number 2 is the ability for flexible installation and also operational efficiency, thanks to a new design in terms of the chassis and also our software and our system on chip as well. And lastly, certainly but not least, high durability and also total cost of ownership. Really important, focusing in on that sustainable message and also our power consumption message that we have been continuing through these last few years. So let's have a look at the new lineup. With the tagline of streamlined design and elevated performance, we are delivering captivating visuals, a seamless installation and trusted reliability, all of those things with sustainability in mind. And we introduce the new 3 series to our lineup, the P series with the BZ30P, our core lineup representing the 400 nits class, then stepping up to our enhanced lineup, which is the BZ35P, 500 nits class, and then stepping up to finally our flagship lineup, the BZ40P at 700 nits, representing the top of the range. So let's take a look at some of the key things that we're introducing here. As you can see on the screen, we have the 30P and the 35P with the inch sizes from 43 inch all the way up to 85 inch, and the BZ40P with the 55, 65, 75 and 85 inch in terms of the sizes available. But some of the key changes that we're making, or the improvements we have for the P series, is we are now introducing deep black non-glare, our anti-glare solution, across the entire lineup in 2 form factors of standard and premium. And then we also are improving our sustainability message with the design of our displays with a new chassis, also including more Sorplast and more recycled materials. And then lastly, we're also improving our power consumption and our performance of the displays in a more efficient way. So then if we look at the step-up points between the new P-Series lineups, in this chart here you can see we have the 30P here, which has obviously got your full Pro mode and all those things you'd expect, 24/7 operation at 400 nits with our deep black non-glare standard, which is 25% haze. Then we step up to the BZ35P, which is our enhanced lineup, The step-up points here is we now have obviously more brightness with 500 nits, but we also include IP5X dust resistance here, and it's also our most efficient in terms of power within all of the new P-Series lineup. Then we step up to our flagship of BZ40P. The step-up points here again is in your brightness, stepping up to 700 nits, and then we move to our deep black non-glare premium, which is 47% haze with low reflection. Also, we have IP5X here as well, and then another step-up point here is we have our prime support service here with 5 years included as standard for the BZ40P. Now on this chart you can also see the remainder of the lineup. We have our carryover lines, which is the EZ20, our essentials line here, and then on the right hand side the BZ53L, our flagship 98-inch model, will also continue as part of our lineup going into 2026. So let's talk about one of our pillars of performance, which is pitch quality in the form of deep black non-glare or anti-glare. I mean, a quick recap of what is haze, what is anti-glare. Haze is a common used industry term for anti-glare solution, which we find on a lot of professional displays to help mitigate or work against minimizing reflections, which can obviously be troublesome in high ambient lighting conditions for all kinds of B2B scenarios. So haze is used on a lot of displays, but there is a compromise with using an anti-glare solution, which sometimes is that it will elevate the black levels, diminishing somehow the contrast and also sacrificing a little bit on picture quality. We introduced our deep black non-glare solution with our L series lineup, which helps to mitigate the reflections, but also helps to maintain contrast. We're happy to be introducing an expansion of our deep black non-glare solution in the P series with a standard level and also a premium level as well. And why is it important that we have the XR processor as well? The XR processor features an AI-enhanced scene recognition technology, which allows it to analyze every scene within a piece of content and helps to improve the color, the contrast, the clarity, and the motion in real time. What this does is helps to mitigate that lack of contrast that you might find with having an anti-glare solution, which means you get the best of both worlds. You get the mitigated reflections and you get the better picture quality performance thanks to the combination of anti-glare and our AI-enhanced picture processing. So let's have a quick look at deep black non-glare standard and premium. First of all, standard with BZ30P and 35P, so you've got that 25% haze and you've got the XR processor working its magic in the background. So you can imagine here, if you didn't have any haze at all, lots of reflections on screen, quite hard to see things, especially in really bright conditions. You add in that high haze coating, that 25% haze, great, you're mitigating the reflections, but you still might have that elevated black level. But thanks to our XR processor and its scene recognition, we're enhancing the contrast, giving you back that vivid lifelike image and nice contrast on screen. Then if we look at deep black non-glare premium featured on the BZ40P and the BZ53L, so you've got even more enhanced haze, 47% haze, so this is class leading haze percentage, but that's combined with a low reflection coating. So you're not only minimizing the glare, but you're also reducing and cancelling out the reflections as well. So combine those two things together, you're getting even better performance in terms of visibility on screen. And then you add in as well the XR processor with its AI scene recognition to further enhance the clarity, color, and especially the contrast. So our ultimate picture performance in any kind of lighting environment on the BZ40P and 53L. Another element which is often overlooked in terms of visibility is the viewing angle and the importance of viewing angle. Now, viewing angle is a physical property of the display and it can't really be adjusted or improved just using like the display settings or picture quality settings. So BRAVIA are utilizing IPS panels for the majority of our displays, and that helps us to reduce the color shift which is often incurred when using a VA panel, and it also helps to improve the brightness off angle as well. As you can see here, with our wider color and brightness viewing angle combined, we're able to enjoy good visibility at a much wider angle, whereas you can see here, if you have a VA panel, you start to lose that color and saturation off center. Whereas here on the left-hand side, you can see how with deep black non-glare and our improved viewing angle, our better color and brightness viewing angle, the content stays nice and visible on screen from a wider angle, and you manage to keep those black levels as well, as we described with our deep black non-glare solution. So we think about how viewing angle impacts in the real life scenario. The corporate setting, we know that there are many small to medium sized meeting rooms or huddle spaces which are configured in this kind of way. So you have the display on the wall and then the table or desk pushed directly against the wall, meaning those sitting in seats A and B are at a very acute angle. If you then include quite high ambient lighting coming through the window, it means even with an anti-glare solution or haze, you may still struggle to see what's on the screen, or at least see how it's supposed to be seen. But we know that with the P-Series models, with our improved color viewing and brightness viewing angle, and the inclusion of deep black non-glare standard or premium, we can deliver optimal viewing even if you're sitting in these less desirable seats. Similarly, for retail signage, you may spend a lot of money on advertising or commercials or your promotional content, and you want that to be seen not just directly in front of the screen, but from the widest viewing angle possible. So we can ensure that your color, your branding is all consistent at a much wider viewing angle, thanks to our combination of deep black non-glare standard and our optical design. If we transition now from picture quality into usability, we also have some new one-step settings which have been devised for the new P-Series models. They're in addition, of course, to the existing one-step settings such as those for meeting rooms, as you know, but we now have a new signage standard mode, and we also have a dynamic signage mode. So standard mode, fine detail expression, natural look to the image, whereas for dynamic signage mode, we have that more vivid, impactful, eye-catching picture quality settings. So both of these super simple to set up, and you can choose these out of the one-step settings menu very, very easily. The P-Series now features a fresh new design, ideal for all kinds of B2B applications, which we can step through some of the key elements of that, but we've got a unified visual identity or design philosophy, which follows throughout the P-Series, and it's the same design format for the 43-inch all the way up to 65-inch, just scaled up, and then the 75 and 85-inch have an ever so slightly different design format, but the design philosophy is in keeping with that of the rest of the P-Series. And they'll be the same throughout the different series as well. So 43-inch of the 30 and 35p will be exactly the same in terms of design, making it much more flexible and easy for installation or project selection. So let's have a look at some of the key changing points for the design of the P-Series. So number one is we've done away with the VISA center mounting adapters. We've got centered VISA mounting holes on the back of all of the displays now, nice and easy for portrait installation. We've also slimmed down the chassis to a maximum of 47 millimeters, at least for the 65-inch and below, so nice and slim compared to our predecessor models. We also got an even and narrow bezel on all of the inch sizes of all of the new P-Series models as well, and we've discreetly hidden the IR sensor into that bezel too. And lastly, the carry handles we've added for the 75 and 85-inch. As you know, these are quite large displays, so from a safety perspective, we can have a little bit easier transportation of these displays with the carry handles built into the chassis itself. So that was a look at the hardware improvements we've made for the P-Series. Let's have a look at the software side of things. We've also optimized the UI, so we've got a brand new UI. So we've done away with the Google TV look and feel on the previous BZ series. We have a brand new professional B2B look and feel, very simplified UI. And with that also, we get rid of the Google wizard at the start of the initial setup, and we now just have the Sony initial setup wizard. So super simple setup for the displays. And one further improvement we've made to simplify things is we've incorporated process settings into promos for a much more simplified user experience. In addition to that, the new P-Series models feature a real-time clock, which allows CMS app scheduling to continue even if there was a case where the power is off. So now let's talk about sustainability. This is one of our key pillars of performance. Lots of great things to talk about here. First of all, with the P-Series models, we now improve our environmental certifications. We have EPEAT and Energy Star for the entire lineup, all inch sizes and all series. So this is a great improvement. We also have managed to reduce the power consumption versus L series on both EPREL or out-of-the-box settings, but also rated power, so max power as well. And we'll talk a little bit more about the benefits of that in a second. Also, our recycled plastic percentage has been significantly increased for the P-Series, and within that, we've increased the amount of Sony's proprietary recycled material, Sorplas, by up to 43%. We also have the new Eco Dashboard. This is the same as the previous Eco Dashboard, but now with real-time power consumption data included, so you can change your settings or your power settings in real time to adjust to your needs. We also continue to use minimal packaging, so reducing the size of our carton boxes to help with transportation and CO2 emissions. And last but not least, all the parts for the P-Series models are sourced from our Sony certified green partners, further illustrating how we are managing this supply chain in a sustainable way. Now, we briefly mentioned before about reduced power consumption. Let's talk about that in real terms and how that will impact the operational cost or the total cost of ownership of your displays and the improvement that we've made from L series going to P series. So with this example we have on screen, we're looking at the 55-inch BZ40L, a very great performing display, versus the new 55-inch BZ40P. So when we're looking at EPREL, which is the out-of-box settings power consumption, we see a 26% reduction in terms of power for the BZ40P. Which, when you do a calculation for, let's say, an estate of 50 displays operating at 24/7 over the course of 5 years, you're looking at a saving of about 11,000 euros, which equates again to about 43 megawatts of energy. That is about one household's use of power over the course of 5 years, and it's a total kilogram saving of 19 tons of CO2. When we do that same calculation, now looking at the rated power, or the max brightness, max usage, the BZ40P shows an improvement of up to 31% in terms of power consumption reduction, and that equates to a total operational saving of about 35,000 euros over the course of 5 years, with that same 50 displays usage 24/7 as well. Total energy savings of 137 megawatts, which is 2 households of power, and then you've got up to 60 tons of CO2 saving as well. So how are we achieving this lower power consumption across the entire P-Series models? We further enhance the performance and the efficiency by combining technical design and optimizing the processing. So it's thanks to a new efficient optical design, so that's a combination of the LEDs and the backlight structure, as well as intelligent backlight control managed by the powerful XR processor, which helps us to reduce the power consumption by that 31%, or up to 31%, depending on the model. For the P-Series, you're also going to have full compatibility with Sony's Remote Device Manager, and that obviously means you have the zero-touch provisioning, which means you can cut down your installation time from 10 minutes to 1 minute for each display. In addition to that, you've obviously got the control and monitoring, so you can access and see your display's condition in real time. And in addition to that, you have tilt and temperature sensors now, which means even more comprehensive visibility and control of the condition and usage of your AV estate. Following on in terms of reliability, we have obviously rigorously tested our displays in the design and manufacturing process to make sure that they are highly durable, but then we see that recognized in the industry with certain independent testing that is done, where we're maintaining our #1 position in terms of the durability of our displays, and that means much less repairs and replacements required thanks to the longevity of our displays. And with the P-Series lineup, we further improve that durability by adding IP5X dust resistance to both the BZ35P and BZ40P, meaning they're much more easily used in different challenging environments as well. Then moving on to accessories, so in terms of touch overlays or non-touch overlays, we continue to partner up with our friends at Videophonica to provide all of the different types of overlay requirements you might have. There's one thing we must mention about the P-Series: they will no longer include any stand legs in the box. The L-Series I think we had from 65-inch and below, but we will no longer have any stand legs included with the P-Series, so please do keep that in mind. If you require stand legs for any reason, then it would be a third-party solution that you would need to find. Please reach out to your key account manager in your region and they can direct you into the right way. So that's also a quick summary in terms of the Pro BRAVIA lineup. We have, of course, a comprehensive lineup now from 32-inch all the way up to 98-inch with haze performance the entire way. We have our new picture quality performance with deep black non-glare in the form of standard and premium across the entire lineup. We then have our improved viewing angle and color consistency, as we mentioned before. And our sustainability message continues again with lower power consumption, improved TCO, and increased amount of surplus being utilized in the manufacture of our displays. Our usability again with our improved system on chip, our enhanced design, perfect for all kinds of B2B applications, our partnership expansion, and remote device manager being compatible again. And lastly, of course, reliability being another one of our key pillars. We continue to deliver class-leading pre- and post-sale support for our displays, as well as delivering longevity and durability, enhanced now on the BZ35P and 40P with IP5X dust resistance. So now it's time to hand over to Satbir to take you through the Crystal LED lineup.
Hello, my name is Satbir Panesar. I'm the LED product manager on the PD&S solutions team. For today, we'll be introducing you to our new Crystal LED, which will be the continuous proposal from BRAVIA to LED. We now have our mainstream model S series, which is going to be available in an 800 nits brightness, available in a pixel pitch 1.5 and 1.2 with a NovaStar controller this year, which is going to be available in a broad range of applications. But just introducing you to where the S series will fall into place. It is just after the biggest screen size available from BRAVIA, which is available in the DBNG lineup as well. Also, the S series will come in an anti-reflection surface technology, which will cover almost all of your applications at 800 nits. And then we have our continuation of the CH and the BH series, the CH being the high contrast model at 1300 nits, and our BH series, which is the high brightness model with anti-reflection technology as well at 1700 nits. The BH-CH series are still available with the S series. Of course, they will be at the pinnacle of our Sony lineup, which offers the best of the best that we have to offer. We now carry on to the picture quality element of the new S series. High visibility in bright environments, so 800 nits would be bright enough for most environments or pretty much any environment. Suitable for boardrooms, corporate lobbies, showrooms, and also low power consumption to reduce any electrical work necessary, which also helps you in improving install times and other aspects of deploying any LEDs. We also have our continuation on this, which is picture quality is also enhanced by our anti-reflection surface technology, which allows glare-free viewing, suitable for brighter environments such as entrance lobbies where we have windows all around, and also brightly lit environments like airports or something like that, which would have different levels of reflectivity around the room. Our S series will be able to combat that just as well. Okay, so we have the last part of our picture quality qualities of our S series are we still get the Sony picture look and feel, just like the same as our BRAVIA displays and other Crystal LEDs. Color accuracy is for faithful brand representation. It comes across as a more natural look in teams, so more realistic skin tones that Sony is known to produce. It also will have our higher graded receiving cards in our NovaStar, the coax controllers, like the MX40 and MX30, which make sure that our Sony picture quality can be adapted and improved going forward and is adjusted according to our engineers' liking. Okay, so we have our simplified installation, which comes into the usability section. We have a nice thin cabinet now, as opposed to last year, which increases installation flexibility, clean cable management, which is in the back of the chassis. Both video and signal can be taken in from one area, and also the controller placement flexibility this time now can be placed at a maximum of 100 meters away from the screen, whereas previously this was limited at just 10 meters. Okay, so building on the usability of our new S series, we have 1 SKU bundles that have been prepared this year. So they will be coming in different sizes of 108, 135, 162. The namings will be as below. So LED 162 S15 wall, for example, will be for a wall mount stand, and the stand STD will be for a floor standing option as well. It will include all cabinets, controller, frame, cabling, and any spares necessary in that installation, so customers can order and install as quickly as possible. Okay, so parts that will be supplied as part of the Sony package when you order a Sony LED display. Of course, the display cabinet, spare module kit, your spare cabinet kit to rebuild modules for any failures, and then the plate covers for neat cabling, and any sort of service parts can also be ordered if you need so over the service time of the product. For custom configurations, we will be working in 2 separate ways. So we have our reseller source products, which will be the frame and the attachments to hold the cabinets onto. The Windows-based platform, so for making changes on the controller itself, any brightness or color adjustments that you need to make. This will be something that will have to be done by the reseller, but only for custom configurations, anything outside of the one SKU bundle. And then we have our Sony supplied hardware, which will be the Novastar controller and the optical to Ethernet converter as well. If you need larger screens on custom configurations, those are the parts that will be available to purchase from Sony. So building on the custom configuration, locally procured items. So as we said earlier, the one SKU bundle will contain everything you need, but when it comes to anything outside of the one SKU bundle, the custom configurations will have to purchase cabinet power cords between cabinet and controller Ethernet cables and any cable ties or any other accessories that you might need. And then we have our Sony supplied power cords and Ethernet cables. Coming to the reliability section, we have engineered for long-term use. So they're our S series is a COB model, which is 50% more efficient than our competing SMD models. Protective surface treatment, which means they're not susceptible to any surface damage, but also can increase its usability in high traffic areas, and also lowers surface temperature, which means the need for air conditioning is greatly reduced. There's not much heat generation from these modules as compared to competing SMD, so your long-term power consumption can therefore be reduced as well. So moving on to engineering support, we have drawings and frame design will be supplied by Sony in-house. So we have our technical expertise in-house, which will help our customers with that. So not only drawings of the cabinet, but also frame drawings, any technical support you might need on site to do with building work, regulations, or things like that can be worked on from Sony side as well. And also on-site support, which I've just mentioned, for any technical problems will be supplied by Sony. Okay, and then just to wrap up the Crystal LED summary. So we have a comprehensive lineup this year for one SKU bundles that have been added to our Crystal LED series, which will range from 108 inches onwards, come from a variety of brightnesses of 800 to 1700 nits. And we have picture quality, which is anti-reflection, viewing angle, color accuracy, sustainability, which is now lower power consumption as opposed to our SMD competing models. And then we have usability, which is front serviceable, a new slim design with IP control, reliability, which is pre-post sales, low surface treatment, and your lower TCO. That's all from me from the Crystal LED side. I'll hand over to Chris to wrap up.
Okay, thank you very much, Satbir, for taking us through all the new Crystal LED benefits. Just to wrap up now, to go through a few bits, we will be giving you all the toolkits, so the reseller toolkits of all the different assets you need to be able to support your proposals and setting up your websites for these new products. So we'll have all the different images, situation images, CAD files, spec sheets, videos, all the marketing copy, brochures, etc. So this will be available on a newsletter link that will come out actually tomorrow. It will also include our total cost of ownership calculator. So if you haven't had a play with that yet, really check it out, because it can really show you what you can save, and also not just financially, but also with carbon, etc. as well. So it can be a really great tool for you guys. So toolkits is one thing. Also, very happy to announce that we are launching a new partner training portal. This is a new e-learning platform that we're setting up to make it much more easy for you guys to really understand our portfolio and what's the key messages we want to explain to the market and to your customers. So this is actually available now. You can see the QR code here. You can sign up and you can get started. The first course we have is actually the Pro BRAVIA BZP series, and then we'll be working on the Crystal LED and also the PDZ cameras coming soon. And if you complete the particular journey of e-learning, you also get a certificate to say that you are now a qualified Sony specialist in terms of that particular category. So please check it out. It's a great asset for you guys to utilize. And just in summary, we've talked about a lot today. Here is a summary of what we've talked about basically throughout today. We've got the brand new BZP series, 3 different lineups, class leading power consumption, visibility, image quality, deep black non-glare across all the lineups. We've got the LED S series, pixel pitch 1.2, 1.5, 800 nits, perfect for that extension of BRAVIA. And then sustainability, as we've talked through and you've hopefully recognized today, we're really leading the market in best practices with very clear science-based targets behind as well. And we really want to be your partner of choice, so we can offer you consistency of pricing, of service, of product across multiple regions. So really hope you've enjoyed the webinar today. Feel free to reach out to any of the Sony team to find out more. We do have a couple of links at the end here. As always, check out pro.sony, check out the BRAVIA Knowledge Center and our Crystal LED on pro.sony as well to find out more. But if not, have a great day. Thank you very much.